welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is a mini declutter. So I am about to pack up all my makeup because we are moving house. So I wanted to get rid of some things that I just have not touched in the last 12 months. So yeah, let's go through what I've got today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. So first up is this Physicians Formula highlighter, and this is like a little natural nude set. So it opens up and it actually has multiple different colours in there. I used to just sort of swirl it around and use it, but in the back here, now there is brushes so I've got to be careful. It does also have a mirror, but then it also shows what you can do, so you can use it for multiple places on your face. So you can use it as like a contour, eyeshadow, and also the highlighter, and it comes with two brushes as well. Now I got this ages ago, I think it was in one of my Lumi boxes, and I haven't touched it for over a year now, so I'm going to get rid of this one because I have a lot more highlighters in my collection that I love more than this. Next one is also a highlighter, and I got this in a Lumi box as well, and this is from Galactic, and it is the Skin Glow and Moonlight sort of cream highlighter. Now these are really nice and soft and like buttery. It has a little mirror up here as well. It's just this duo, and I did really like it when I got it. There's nothing wrong with the formula or most of these things. There's nothing wrong with it. I just have better formulations that I prefer over these, so there's no use in holding on to something that I'm not going to touch because I'm always going to grab those things that I prefer more. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one as well. Then I have this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. So this is like a trio. And this packaging is actually quite bulky because it does also have a brush in the bottom there with a mirror. But it's just got 3 shades here, and I am like Casper the Ghost, but even the top 2 is like a bit too light for me. So I'm not sure who this was like sort of meant for, because yeah, it's quite light. But yeah, I haven't reached for this for so long now, so I'm going to get rid of this one. This one, the formula wasn't the best. I prefer the normal like butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. But yeah, I still not going to keep this one. Then another Physicians Formula item, and this is their translucent pearl mineral glow pearls. So it's just like this. Now again, I think I got this in a Lumi box. So this is what it looks like, and underneath it has a mirror and a little brush that I've never actually used even. And I did really like this at one point as well. The formula on this is really nice as well, but I have a lot more highlighters in my collection now, and I prefer them over this, and I do prefer to be seen from space rather than a subtle glow, and I think this one gave more of a subtle glow. So yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. Next up is this Colourpop highlighter. So this is a Super Shock highlighter, and it's in Manifest That. Now I've had this for so many years, I don't even know, like maybe 4 or 5 years now. But my issue with this is I always struggle to get this open, so I just never use it because of that. So this is what it looks like. It has a nice big mirror there. It's like a nice like pinky sort of highlighter. Now I would definitely use this and reach for this more if their packaging wasn't so large for one, and for two, it wasn't so hard to open. So I do really like this formula, but yeah, I'm not going to reach for something if I'm going to struggle to open it, and it's really hard to like take if you're like traveling or something like that because it is so large. Next up is from Inglot, and it is this Soft Sparkler Face and Body Highlighter. Now this one is actually a bit too deep for me. I do like this formula. It is super blinding, really, really nice, but obviously Casper the Ghost here, so yeah, it's quite dark for me. I did use it as eyeshadow a few times, or shadow topper, but it's just such a big item to have in my collection for something that I'm only going to use like once or twice a year. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. Next up is from Pure Cosmetics, and this one here, I actually broke the packaging. It's the Out of the Blue Light Up Vanity Blush Palette. So this one here, it actually has these lights around the mirror. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's got a little switch here that you turn on and off. So it does light up, and I did really like this when I first got it. It's a really nice like blush, but with like a glow to it. So It's not for everybody, but I broke the packaging on this one, so it keeps coming open and the powder keeps ending up in my drawer everywhere. So I'm going to get rid of this one because I really haven't used it in so long. Next up is from Nude by Nature, and I'm getting rid of the highlighter palette and the contour palette. So these were from my advent calendar for 2021, I think it was, and I just don't reach for them, so I'm going to get rid of them out of my collection. So this is the contour palette. It's just 3 shades, and I do really like the formula of this, but I don't tend to really contour. I'm not a pro at contouring. I do a little bit of bronzer, and that's basically it. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one. And the highlighter palette is also a trio as well, but again, I have so many more highlighters that I prefer over this, so I just never reach for it, but they are beautiful formulas. Next up is from Bella Pierre Cosmetics, and it is this Pro Blush Quad Palette. So it's got Rose, Autumn, Plum and Sugar shades in here. This is what it looks like. For me, I really don't like a blush like this. Trying to get a big fluffy brush in here is impossible, so you have to go in with a smaller brush, which I prefer a big fluffy brush for when I'm doing my blush. My favourite one is currently this big fluffy one. So yeah, for me it's not worth it because I just don't reach for it because I can't fit my brush in there. But I wasn't also the biggest fan of the blush formula. I've got a lot more blushes, like Flower Beauty blushes, that are like less than $10 at Chemist Warehouse, and they work so much better than this one. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. Next up is my e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. Now this one's in the shade Light Beige, and the reason I'm getting rid of this is because I actually picked it up in the wrong shade. This is quite deep for me. It's got more of a yellow undertone, and I'm more of like a rosy or a neutral undertone. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one because it's not the right shade for me. It's been sitting in my drawer probably for like 12 months now, and yeah, I just don't reach for it because of it being the wrong shade. But I do really like this formula, so I will probably repurchase it, but in my correct shade. Next up is from Amisha Beauty, and it is their Perfect Cover BB Cream. Now this is what I would normally use if I wanted like a no makeup look. I would go in with this and sometimes even mix it with like a moisturizer just to have the slightest like color correction. To me, this was more like a foundation than a BB cream. So yeah, it was really lightweight, but it gave me a lot of coverage. It was really, really amazing. I really do like it. But the reason for me throwing it out is it's actually separated and gone off now. I think I've had it for about 2.5 years. So yeah, it's definitely time to get rid of. And I will probably repurchase it if I do decide that I want to do more no makeup looks. But currently I've just been using my same foundation and just going in with a smaller amount or mixing it with some moisturizer, and that gives me sort of a no makeup look as well. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. Next up is from Burmese Dream, and it's the Gold Digger lip gloss. Now I have so many lip products, like I've got a whole drawer full of lip products plus more, and I never reach for this because it's not my favorite formula. And currently I like the Glass Axe from Center of Attention Cosmetics. Otherwise my other favorites is from Fenty Beauty. So yeah, I just don't reach for this, so I'm going to get rid of it because it's sitting there not being used. I've probably had it for like 18 months or something now as well. I actually think I might have got it from like Lumibox or something. So yeah, it's been quite a long time. Next up is from Milani, and it is this eyeshadow primer. Now I don't know where I got this from. I thought I'd already decluttered it. My mother-in-law might have given it to me. I'm not too sure, or if it came in a box or something. I can't actually remember. Now this Milani eyeshadow primer, I didn't like it for myself. I found it still creased my eyeshadows, so it didn't really work for me. But I have other formulas that I absolutely love and adore, so I never touch this, and it's just sitting there, and I don't know how long it's been there for, so I'm going to get rid of it. Next up is from Fenty Beauty, and it is the Cinnamon Matchstick. Now this is so old now. I got this probably like 3-4 years ago now. I did use this quite a bit when I first got it, and I did really like it, but I have realized that I am not sort of like a cream bronzer person, and I definitely prefer my bronzer to be like a matte bronzer rather than like a shimmer one, and this one's shimmer. So I'm going to get rid of this. Next up is from Nikia Joy Cosmetics. Now this is still quite new. I'm actually going to pass it on to James and see if he wants to give it a try because it didn't work for my skin type. So this is the Nikia Joy Cosmetics Matte Base Primer. Now I swear by her setting powder, but the primer just didn't work for my skin. My skin didn't like it. My foundation sat all patchy. It didn't help extend the life of my makeup either. So I did give it a good try. I think I used it like maybe 5 times, and I tried it with different foundations and stuff as well, and nothing would just sit well on my face. But I do know other people have really good luck with it, so I'm going to pass it on and see if it will work for James. Next up is from Nude by Nature, and it is this Blonde Precision Brow Mascara. Now I'm really not a person that uses the brow mascara, especially now that I have my eyebrow stamp. I just go in with the stamp and just let it go. I never put like a brow gel in anymore to hold it down or anything. I like the way that my brows look. So I have had this sitting there, I think for 18 months now, not being used really, maybe once in a blue moon. So I'm going to get rid of it before it goes disgusting. Next up is from KVD, and it is a Metal Crush highlighter. This is in the shade Rose Shock. So it's like this spongy highlighter here. Now I did like this shade of it, but I really don't use cream highlighters very often, and it's just been sitting there not being used, so I'm going to get rid of this as well. Next up is from e.l.f. and it is their black liquid eyeliner. Now I'm not one that can work eyeliner with a brush like this. I am more of like a crayon or a pencil person, or even a felt tip pen. I have more control over it that way, but I also didn't like this. It wore off on me really easily. Other people absolutely love this. I don't know whether it's just user error or what, but yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it because it doesn't work for me. Next up is from Flower Beauty, and it is the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. This is in the shade L1 to 2 Fair. Now this is the right color for me, but I just never use it, and it has been open for probably like 18 months and is getting a bit clumpy now. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one because I think it's off. Next up is from Rimmel, and it is their Lasting Radiance Foundation. This is in the shade 070 Porcelain. I did like this formula, but I just never reach for it because I always go for my favorite foundations. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one because it's been sitting there for a few years now, not being used, and it does look like as though it's sort of separating as well. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. Next up is from Flower Beauty again, and it is their blush bombs. So I've got the shade Pinched and Bubbly here, so they're liquid blushes. Now I do really like these. These are really good on a no makeup day, but I've had these for probably like 3 years now, so I am going to get rid of them because they are separated now. When I was trying to squeeze some out earlier to see how good they were, yeah, they're definitely like separated and not as good anymore. And I also really don't use my liquid blushes anyway. Even if I'm doing a no makeup day, I still prefer to go with a powder one. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of it. Then I have an e.l.f. highlighter stick. So this one is in the shade Cosmic. It is a really, really pretty shade. Really nice for the inner corner as well. But it's been sitting there being unused because I have more highlighters that I prefer over this. And I prefer like a powder highlight rather than a stick. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one too. And the lucky last product is from Garbo and Kelly, and it's a brow pencil. This is in the shade Cool Blonde. Now, I did really like this when I first got it. I've had this for so long now. I got it in a Lumi box. It's still quite a bit left here. I used it heaps when I first got it, but now that I have my brow stamp, I never reach for this anymore. So it's just sitting there now, and yeah, I think it's gone off. I've probably used like 2/3 of the actual product, so I'm not wasting too much, but yeah, I prefer my eyebrow stamp over this, so there's no use in me keeping it. So that is everything that I'm going to be decluttering from my collection before I move house. So let me know down in the comments, is any of those items your favorites, and are you sad to see me get rid of them? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family, hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!